Hey everyone, it's Coach Dave here, founder of SimGrid, and I want to show you through a new feature that we've just launched on the platform called Grid Cred. It's our solution to a safety rating system, not only for seasons and daily racing, but for the whole website, for league racing as well. Basically, how frustrated have you been with the automated systems from iracing, Gran Turismo, and some of the other competition platforms? I mean, for the Gran Turismo one, we don't even know how that one works. For the iracing one, how many times have you been hit from the rear and had your had a 4x being applied to you? It wasn't even your fault. To protest that is really difficult, and as good as these automated systems try to be, they are pretty flawed. So we want to try a whole new way of applying a safety rating, and that's more through a social grading system. And I'm going to show you today how that works. So I've just finished a race on SimGrid. I raced at Imola on SimGrid Seasons, and the results have just popped up on my page. So if I click those and go to the results page, we'll see a slightly updated interface just below my performance analysis. So you'll see here I have 4 votes that I can apply to this race. In the results column, in the results table is a column for voting. We have 2 kinds of votes. We have a crashy vote and we have a clean vote. Now you'll see here I have 4 votes that I can use for this result. 2 votes can go to a crashy and 1 vote can go to a clean. That means I can vote 2 people crashy or 4 people clean in any race that I compete in. And we want to do this because we want it to be net positive for the platform and for the players. We don't want this to be a super negative thing. Of course, if there are incidents, we want you to be able to vote against those drivers so that they don't accumulate too many crashes and then just continue to take other people out. But sometimes you're having a good race, you have a bit of like rubbing with another driver, and that was just grid racing. No one took each other out, so actually that was kind of clean. Now in my race, I raced against this Porsche by Nostoy. I had a really good race with him, so I'm going to vote him clean. But this Lamborghini that was in front of us, he had an incident with a Ford. The Ford landed up in the wall. I'm going to vote him crashy. The 2 guys in front of me, I could see them just in front. They had no incidents at all. I'm voting them clean. And now you'll see I've used up all of my votes. All right. The voting system is open for 30 minutes after a race. The reason why it's open for 30 minutes is we need to tally up all the votes and apply relevant timeouts to drivers who cannot compete in the following races. If we left this open too long, then they could continue to create trouble across the platform, and their votes and their timeouts would come too late. So how do we do timeouts? Timeouts happen by us looking at your last 10 races, and if you had more than 10 crashy votes in that time frame, we'll give you a timeout of 50 minutes, which means you cannot do or enter the next quick races, proving grounds, or any league races for 50 minutes. If you accumulate more of those along the way, you will also you'll get a much longer ban. It's also not possible for there to be voting pylons for each driver. So let's say a popular streamer is racing and you happen to like that streamer and you're on the grid with him. If someone takes him out, you can't go and all pile on to one person and vote them crashy so that they get a timeout quickly. Rather, any driver can receive only 3 votes per race, and they can be 3 crashy or 3 clean votes. This is to avoid a scenario that I just explained. So over a 10 race period, if someone has received 3 crashy votes for 3 races in a row, they're likely going to get a timeout. But if they then follow that up with 10 races following on, which are just clean because they've learned their lesson, they won't get any more timeouts. This is our solution. It's something innovative. It's something new. We've been running it already for a week, and we've had thousands and thousands of votes. Surprise, surprise, most of them are clean, some are crashy. Anyway, I hope you find this really cool. It works on desktop and mobile. It's live today. We look forward to seeing how you use it. Until the next one, I'm Coach Dave. Catch you on the next lap. Peace.